Okay, so the first case I'm going to show off today is the Lian Li PC D600. Now this is the D line, which is usually means like the double wide line for Lian Li. And with Lian Li, it's all brushed aluminum, highest quality Lian Li standards. So with this case, the idea is to separate the motherboard and the graphics card from all your other storage. So you get to look at what you want to see and don't see what you don't want to see. And the front, or the side here, we have this side window. And to get a better look, I'll take off the side panel right here, which is the pop-off panels which Lian Li is known for. So as we can see here, we have our motherboard here, which takes up to EATX, and then our power supply, our graphics card, and that's basically it. It's got 8 slots, so you can put up to 4 cards in there, as well as we have a water cooling setup in here. Now, coming stock, there is 3 140mm fans here and a rear 120mm fan, as well as you can put a 240 rad up top or just 2 more 120mm fans. So if we turn it around, which we can do right here, we can see the front of the case. Again, we see the separation. We have the fans right here, or again with this water cooling setup, and then we have all our drives. Either you put 5 1/4, 3 1/2, or 2 1/2. And if you actually swing it over this way, we can see even more. So again, this is the side with all our storage, as well as more cooling here. So again, we can fit a bunch of hard drives here, 3 1/2 and 2 1/2. And as well as the motherboard tray actually ends about right here, so you can fit more cables over the top if you want to do even more intricate water cooling setups. So a very interesting case from Lian Li. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, so this is the Lian Li PC V2130. This is an update of 2120, which was released a couple years ago and was very, very popular from Lian Li. Again, we do have these wheels, so it's easy to move around for this case, which is very famous for that case. And for this case, we do have this double hinge door, which you can open on both sides. So if you're a righty or lefty, no problem. You can open like that. And up top, we have this 240 rad here, so you can simply just open this up and then pop in your radiator right there. So super easy to do. And if we look on the inside of the case, we just do by sliding this door open, we can see we have a massive amount of room for pretty much anything. So we have a large power supply that fits right here, as well as you can see right here, we can fit, you see better on the other side, you can fit a long radiator set on the bottom. Motherboard tray ends about here, so you just put long radiator set here. You have, again, your hard drive cages here, which are removable, just simple screws if you want to take them out. And even more hard drive cages up here for either 5 1/4 or 3 1/2. As well, we have a lot of ground-mounted holes for all the cable management, and there's tons of room behind the motherboard tray. I almost fit my fist back there, it's no problem. And with this case, we do have Lian Li's PCI slots tabs, which you easily just open it up, these pop right out, put the card in, and then it's secured into place. It's super easy and toolless.
All right.
This is the Lian Li PC A79. Again, we have this 240 rad up top. You just drop it in, as well as there's tons of room for all your hard drives, as well as it comes with these fans, which you put the hard drives here and the fan is on this side. And depending on the setup, you can actually reverse it. And we get a better idea when we actually look at it fully loaded over here. This is in silver. You see we have our motherboard, we have 2 graphic cards set up, we have a large CPU cooler, and we have our fan on this side on the bottom, but on the other 2, the fans are actually closer to the front of the case.
Wow, nice deal.
Yeah, and with this case, it's got a wheel in the back, and the front has got these 2 tabs, which makes it easy to, you can just pick it up like this. So if you're putting it underneath your desk, you need to move it around, just pick it up and roll it around, and it's still stationary. It's not going to roll if your floor is uneven. It's still going to stay there.
Ooh, I like that. Can we see the back of this one?
Yeah, sure. One sec. Nope. And then Just toolless side panels. Just take out a couple thumb screws, and you're ready to go. So we have a room for cable management here, tons of grommeted holes, and then a nice rail right here to tie them off. You don't have to worry about getting a bird's nest.
And there you can see.
So this is the PCV358. This is a micro ATX case. You got the slim optical drive here. You have your power button as well as ventilation on the side. Now looking at it, you can't really see anything special, but if you bring it around to the side, we can see the insides. And something special about this case is that in order to easily get inside of it, you just basically turn it over. You can fit a 240 rad on the side right here, a micro ATX case. So you've got 4 PCI slots. Your board sits flat right here, and then all your cables are down below connected to your hard drives. You have up to 6 3.5-inch drives. You can put up to 3 2.5-inch drives, which is a lot for a micro ATX case. We have our 2 120 millimeter fans in the front, as you can see right here. And this is just a really cool, interesting case, and really easy to get to, really easy to maintain, to clean. And again, Lian Li, it's all aluminum.
And then whip around the other side.
All right, the PC D7000. This is the same family as the D8000, which came out last year at Computex. Now, this is a much smaller version of the D8000. Some people don't need refrigerator-sized cases, I understand. But if we look at this case, it's got wheels. And we can open the door on this side, and we see that this side, it says all the hard drives as well as these fans. Now, you would think that if you open this, you're going to have to worry about your fan still blowing. No, because this has this connection right here. When you open it, the fan's automatically cut off. So it's a neat invention from Lian Li right there. And if we turn it to the side, we can look inside the case, and we can fit a whopping 15 3.5-inch drives in this case, in this rack right here, as well as this, and these are removable. So if you want to do some special modding project, a couple of screws, and it's out. We have our fit up the EATX motherboard here. We have tons of room behind the motherboard tray, as well as lots of grommets as well. So I mean, like tons of room. And the best part, again, is in all of it in the removable motherboard tray. So it's a big case, but you don't have to worry about any installation problems with this. Just slide it out, pop it on, and slide it back in, and a couple of thumb screws, and it's secure. So a really good case, and again, it's on wheels. You have 3 120 millimeter fans in the front, 3 120 millimeter fans in the back, as well as you can fit a radiator on the top, 240, just pop it right in. So. All right, a couple of mini ITX cases from Lian Li, the PC-Q35 Q-Series mini ITX of Lian Li. It has a front door, which is something like this, and you can see ventilation here, bringing in air from the bottom of the case. You open this door right here, and you have another 120 millimeter fan just right here, as well as the cage, which you can flip either way. And we can see that when we look at the side of the case and pop it open. You can see here this 120 millimeter fan, which you can go either way, similar to the case we looked at earlier. We have this kind of railing system tray. We use a lot of Lian Li cases, so you just pre-install stand-ups, just pop the motherboard on, and you have lots of room to do one standard form factor power supplies, of course, 2 PCI slots for mini ITX. So the big brother of this, of the PC-Q35, is the PC-Q37. It's a little bit taller, and again, it has this door. Has a door which opens like this, and again, this 120 millimeter fan, which can go either way in the hard drive cage. And if we open it up, we see, again, we have more room for 5 1/4s and 3 1/2s, as well as standard form factor power supply. You have your 120 millimeter fan here, and again, it's a I/O panel. Alright, so off into the world of micro ATX. We have the PCV360. So this is a very, very slim micro ATX case, very stylish, comes in silver and black. And as you see by the front, very, very slim, standard optical drive. The side, it's raised up off the ground, helping with cooling, and there's a filter, a fan filter over here. You fit a 240 radiator here, and if you don't want it, you just pop this out as well, and it slides out like so. We have this removable hard drive cage for 3.5s, and we can fit 3 more 2.5s in the bottom again, they're both removable, so if you don't want to take it out. Micro ATX, 4 PCI slots, all aluminum. Really, really cool looking slim case.
Are you going?
Yes, well, the last one is this one, so. This is the recently released PCQ30 mini ITX chassis. So as you can see, it's got a large front window so you can see all your components. And it's meant to be an HD PC, or if you want a very interesting gaming PC, it's all for you. In here you got the motherboard, which sits right here. You have a 120 millimeter fan in the back, as well as you have your graphics card right here fitting at the top, and then you fit up to 4 2.5-inch drives in the bottom. So really just show off your internal kind of design. And if we look at the top here, we can see we have our I/O panel up here, our graphics card, and then the fan is right here. And then it's actually pretty easy to get inside this case too. Just take out 3 screws and you're inside the case. Super easy, super interesting, and there's nothing else like it on the market at all.
Fun little case.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.